something that is highly debated in our industry, and it's whether or not to sell the rights of digital images to your clients. And there are people that are very passionate about one way or the other. Before there was digital images, there was a session fee, and then you would buy prints. So a lot of photographers got their sales on the back end. Well, then digitally came along, and then people started adding to their packages the rights to digital images. So after the fact, they could purchase it. Well, now a lot of people just built it into their collections in their package, and up front it's just a service fee, and in that you can have the digital images. Some people still do service fees, and it's just an option. And there's pros and cons to doing it both ways. So I think that the industry and technology as it evolves, this is kind of the nature of what it is. And I feel like from a consumer and a photographer, I do choose to sell the rights to digital images. And I choose that from a consumer's perspective, meaning I'm a mom, and from 5 years from now, if they have a school project and they need an image, I want to be able to go grab an image and use it for personal use. But, and from the photographer's perspective, I do sell, and that is the key word, is I do sell the rights to the digital images for personal use only. And when I mean sell, it is a high enough price that I can make a profit from it. So, a lot of photographers, a lot of the hatred is coming from the session fee is so low that there's not a lot of room for profit. And I think that that's where, as an industry as a whole, we can continue to raise the bar of the session fee going up in return for a certain amount of digital images, or all the digital images, however you choose to do that. But the final delivery method of those digital images is part of your branding experience. And I talked about those in the article. 20 years ago, it used to be big hard drives you had to pass for any files that large to send. And then there was floppy disk. Did anybody remember floppy disk? And then there was, CDs, and CDs are fading. All the new computers, CDs are not part of it. Flash drives are still pretty popular. And then there's a lot of cloud delivery methods that you can use. And all of this I did talk about in the article. But, from the first time you meet your client to the actual session that you do, to the after the fact and how they deliver the images, either digitally or something actually physically, it's part of your branding experience. So I hope that if you are a photographer and you don't agree with this at all, I hope that you can kind of understand why it's important, and why, as a photographer, I choose to do this as part of my overall branding experience. And if you're a photographer that is just starting out and you haven't even thought twice about digitally, not selling the images, I think that's just a true testament to our industry and how it is evolving and changing. And it's up to us as a whole to raise the industry standards and to keep moving forward as an industry.